Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Today we'll be talking about
Chess 101, familiarizing yourself to the game of chess so that you become a smarter,
more confident,
and more strategic chess player.
Yeah, let's get into the video.
Hi guys, today we'll be talking about the game of chess. Chess was introduced in India over 1,000 years ago, and today thousands of people play this game, including the bots and AIs. So chess basically is some pieces placed on the chessboard. Chessboard is like a pattern you see. Black, white, black, white. Chess have two sides, the dark and the light. Light always starts first. In both sides, there's 8 pawns, 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 bishops, 1 king, and 1 queen. That goes for the same of the black side.
These chess pieces also correspond to points, where the pawn is 1 point, the bishop and knight is worth 3 points, the rook is worth 5 points, and the queen is worth 9 points. The king, on the other hand, is one of the most important pieces of the board.
Files are labeled from letter A to H, from left to right, and ranks are numbered from 1 to 8, white side to black side.
So now we are going to teach you every piece's moves and steps. First, we have the pawn. It is one of the first pieces that we move during a game. So on their first turn, they can either move 1 space forward or 2 space forward. But right after that, they can only move 1 space forward. Next is the rook. This piece can only move forward, sidewards, or backwards. Then we have the knight, which moves in a L fashion, 1 space forward and 2 spaces sidewards. Here we have the bishop. This piece moves diagonally along the board, so it's like this. Then we have the king, which can move anywhere around the board, but can only move 1 step at a time. Lastly, we have the queen. This is the most powerful piece of the board. So the queen can move any step of this right here, except the knight, which is the L move. The queen cannot move like an L, but cannot pass through any of the chess pieces.
Today we'll be teaching Today we'll be teaching you the basic terms in the game of chess, such as en passant, castling, ranks, files, double attack, discovered attack, skewers, pins, and many more. Pin is a situation brought on by an attacking piece in which a defending piece cannot move without exposing a more valuable defending piece on its other side to capture by the attacking piece. Moving the attacking piece to bring on the pin is called pinning. The defending piece, so restricted, is described as pinned. Only pieces that can move an indefinite number of squares in a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line can pin. In chess, a discovered attack is an attack revealed when one piece moves out of the way of another. Discovered attacks can be extremely powerful, as the piece move can make a threat independently of the piece it reveals. Like many chess tactics, they succeed because the opponent is unable to meet 2 threats at once, while typically the consequence of a discovered attack is the gain of material. You do not have to do this to be effective. The tactic can be merely used to gain a tempo.
En passant. Yes, pawns are known to be the weakest piece in chess, but they're only the one and only pieces that can use this special rule. Any of your 8 pawns can use the use en passant when it's legal. In order to use en passant capture, as white, your pawn must be on the 5th rank, and as for black, your pawn must be on the 4th rank. For you to capture en passant, your opponent must move 2 squares forward, landing next to your pawn. That means they must move a pawn that has not moved, as pawns only can move 2 squares on their first turn. As soon as your opponent moves 2 squares forward next to your pawn, you have to decide if you want to use en passant capture. If you choose not to do that, you lose the right to use en passant capture. Of course, if the opportunity comes again in different position, you can use this special rule. Castling. When you castle, you move your king 2 squares towards your rook, and then your rook jumps over your king and lands next to it on the other side. You only can do it if your king and rook haven't moved yet, and only if there are no other pieces in the way. Pawn promotion. Pawn promotion is a chess rule that requires a pawn that reaches 8th rank or the 1st rank to be immediately replaced by the player's choice of a queen, knight, rook, or bishop of the same color. The new piece replaces the pawn on the same square as a part of the same move. In this video, you can see both chooses to promote the queen. Powerful kind of discover attack is the double check. A double check is where you move a piece to check the enemy king and a piece behind it also checking the enemy king. Double check is so powerful because it cannot be blocked or captured. The only way out is to move the king. Here black only have 2 safe squares to move his king, e8 or c7. If black played k e8, then r d8 would be a checkmate. However, this is also a checkmate, so we can see how extremely powerful a double check can be.
Trap pieces. A piece that has no safe squares to move to is called a trap piece. Trap pieces are a lot more common than you might think. Pieces can get trapped very early in the game. Forks. The fork is one of the most basic tactics in chess. One piece attacks 2 enemy pieces at the same time. The most common type of forks are knight forks and pawn forks, but forks with other pieces are also possible. Forks can occur at any stage of the game, even the endgame. To wrap this up,
Chess is a game that requires
patience
critical thinking.
and a strategic mind.
First, by knowing the individual pieces mechanics, you can now play better.
Second, familiarizing yourself with the board helps you stay ahead and survive till the end.
And finally, the third, if you know the basic strategies of the game, it can give you a head start for the game. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please smash that like button down below.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button.
What's your secret to chess? Give us a comment down below.